Lightning crashed down from the skies as the faithful servants of the God King Sigmar smote down demon, foul, chaotic beast, and maddened servant of chaos in waves, taking their stand upon a craggy peak that reached up from the Wintermoor like some giant tooth of a gargant. Finally, their foes' numbers seemed to be diminishing. But this was just the calm before the storm. From out of the piles of smoking, lightning-scorched corpses strode 3 demons, each wildly different from the other, but each emanating with awful power. The Thricefold discord had come, and they would see the prophets of the false god slain in Warhammer Underworlds, Wintermoor. In today's game, we'll be playing a Rivals format game of Warhammer Underworlds. This is a really fun format of Warhammer Underworlds and great for beginners getting into the game. What this format does is it allows you to play with set pre-built decks. This can either be the Rivals format deck that you'll get with a warband, such as Dagger or Stablaz have their own Rivals deck that they come with, but you can also use other Rivals decks as well, as there's a variety of different Rivals decks that can be used by all warbands in the game, and even the older warbands from seasons in which did not include a Rivals format setting. The first fighter in my warband is Paedo Filius. He is the most healthy of my fighters with 4 health, a movement of 3, defense 1, and a nice ranged attack with his Bolt of Azir as well. When he inspires, that Bolt of Azir also gains the Cleave and Grievous special rules. Next we have Friar Galvik, probably one of my more punchy fighters. He has his Lectbrock club, which is a 2 damage with 2 dice for swinging his attacks with, though he does get an extra dice when he inspires, and the stagger and knockback 1 rules as well. Sora Tazat then joins them, has quite a few attack dice to roll with 3 of them and 1 damage. When the model inspires, it actually gains a scything attack as well, and its base attack, the Hand of Sigmar, goes to damage 2. Acolyte Arcus is next. He has the Ensnare special rule with his 2 hex range attack. Now, when the model inspires as well, it'll gain stagger and get an extra point of damage on that Lightning Crook attack as well. Finally, we have Scorched Jakob, 2 dice to roll for his attacks needing cross swords and 2 damage, and when he inspires he gets an extra dice as well as the stagger and knockback 1 rules as well. In today's game, I'm going pretty simple. I'm playing with the Brethren of the Bolt Rivals deck. This gives me access to a bunch of cards that are specific to this particular warband. Josh is going to pop along for his last game on the channel for probably a while as he's moving away, so thank you Josh for all your help in our Warhammer Underworlds content. He's playing with the Thricefold Discord in his last game on the channel for a while. The first fighter in his warband is Vexmore, a mighty 5 health with also the ability to have -1 damage to attack actions that target this fighter if there are no successes in the fighter's defense roll, but also he has his Indolent Glaive Flow and he gets 1 dice to roll for it, has a whopping 3 damage. Now when he inspires, that goes to 2 dice for that 3 damage, and he's going to get an extra dice in defense as well. Vashtis the Coiled is next with 2 dodge and 4 health. The model has a nice ranged magical attack with the Lash of Slaanesh and also does 2 damage with his Paramount Staff. When the model inspires, the Lash of Slaanesh increases to a nice 4 hex range. Lastly, we have Lasavir, the Bladed Blessing. This model has a movement of 5, so super fast, and 3 health. Its cardinal blades are 3 dice to roll, needing crosswords with damage 2, and the model also counts as being supported by 1 additional fighter at all times. And when the model inspires, it gets Grievous on that attack as well. Same as me, Josh has decided to play with the Thricefold Discord's Rivals deck in this game, the deck that is specific to the Thricefold Discord. And so, we are all deployed on the table. To start with, we have Paedo Filius and Friar Galvik at the back. We then have Tazat over here, along with Arcus, and then Jakob at the front. You got Vexmore front and center, with Vashtis and Lashavir on the other flank. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. And so, priority, this will be for the Thricefold Discord. You got a crit and support. Meanwhile, I got absolutely nothing, so you're going to get the choice of priority. Right, so first action for you is going to be Lashavir coming in with... sorry, that's not Lashavir.
Yeah, that's Lashavir.
That is Lashavir. Alright, coming in with a charge super action into Arcus, so go for it.
Chasing Swords, counter single support.
That is just a crit, so let's see, can we get a crit to stop? Alright, so after that, you're going to play your first temptation of the game, Illusion of Power. So you're giving me the choice to either each player starting with that player can give one upgrade from their hand to a fighter without spending glory, or discard 2 power cards. I'm actually going to choose to give the upgrades out. And so I'm going to play Damaged Machinery as my upgrade. This is going to go on Paedophilius. I can use this during a range 1 or 2 attack action that targets this fighter. After the deal damage step, I inspire this fighter and stagger my attacker. And then you're going to put the Helm of Insight, a false gift, and this goes... the fighter's defense characteristic is 2 and cannot be modified, and the fighter can have line of sight to fighters that are 2 or more hexes away. So I'm going to go a charge with Friar Galvic, inspired as my punchback. And so we are going to go. We're needing hammers on our 3 dice. That is a double crit. Meanwhile, for shields, that is a shield, but 2 crits will see it through. So after that, your fighter is staggered as well. So that'll be the end of my turn. So after that, I'm going to play Final Spark. I play this after an activation step in which 1 or more enemy fighters were dealt damage by an inspired friendly fighter's range 1 or 2 attack actions. Choose one of those enemy fighters, deal 1 damage to it. Now deal the damage to it. You're then going to play Words of Praise. You pick a fighter and opponent's warband. That fighter picks one, and you've chosen over here to make Tazat having to pick. And you can choose between pushing or making it so my fighter can't do anything. I'm going to let you push my fighter. Vashtis is then just going to do the Lash of Slanesh. She's got a 3 range, so chasing swirlies. Got 1. Need a dodge with Tazak. No, that's a shield. I'm just going to go a move with Paedophilius going onto the objective there. And so you're attacking with your Lash of Slanesh and got another couple of swirlies. So essentially I need a crit on this to save. Yep. And you're going to score Cruel Chorus. Score this immediately after your warband casts the second or subsequent spell in the same phase. You're then going to spend the glory that you just got and use Gorman of Pain to go on Vexmore. This is a spell reaction and use after an attack action. If cast, do 1 damage to the fighter within 1 hex of them. Alright, so I'm then going to do an attack with Paedophilius Inspired using his Bolt of Azir, which is range 3. And obviously I can -1 for the distance I count for every one I can join through. So 1, 2, 3, and then obviously minus the 2 that are there. And so we're going to need cross swords. Nothing.
Defense roll.
Defense roll for Vexmore. And so something interesting here, because I have cleave on my attack, this means that your defense rolls of shield actually can't be successes. So this would be a fail. Unfortunately, the one that is going to inspire is currently dead, but just something to remember when you're playing with the Thricefold Discord is that cleave stops them being able to counter successes, so you do fail technically there. So I'm going to play Thunderous Blast. Now, this allows me to choose a friendly fighter and inspire them. Obviously, this is going to be Paedophilius. I then would be able to deal damage if I had an enemy near me, but I will uninspire at the end of my next turn as well if I remain inspired at that point. Alright, Vexmore is then making a charge and is going to target Friar Galvic Inspired. So, let's see what you can get. That is cross swords, that is miss. Which means fails, but obviously no one can inspire from him failing at the moment. Alrighty, so we're going to try this again. Friar Galvic is, sorry, Paedophilius is going to try his Bolt of Azir, going into Vexmore, channeling through 2 of my friends. That is a crit, and just a crit.
Nothing else.
No. Alrighty, so we're going to go priority for round 2. Go for the Thricefold Discord, getting absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, I got support, and that'll win. Alrighty, so we're going to start the round by doing a move action. We might as well make that a charge super action. There's no reason not to. And so we are needing cross swords. Got the cross sword. Single success, that's it. Shields, and stop it. I'm going to play a bolt from the blue. I choose a friendly fighter that's holding an objective. I can inspire that fighter. Alright, so you're going to play Heart's Desire. You pick an opponent, that player picks one, you push one fighter in that player's warband up to 2 hexes, or stagger each fighter from that player's warband that's within 3 hexes. I'm actually going to let you stagger me. I'm going to play Unleashing His Fury. I can choose an inspired friendly fighter, uninspire that fighter, then choose an enemy fighter within 2 hexes and deal 1 damage to them. And so uninspired to that, and Vexmore will take point of damage. So you've made a charge with Lassevier, and is going to try and take out Zet. Swirlies, and crit. Your defense here? Nope. You're only going to upgrade Vexmore with the Whip of Subversion. Alrighty, my next one, I'm going to do the attack going through the 2 with Phileas. Let's see, can Phileas finally get it? That is double hammers that'll do absolutely nothing. And you got a support as well, so nothing on your end, but nothing really happens. And so Vexmore is going to then just attack back at, that is Arcus. Support, nope, nothing there. I'm then actually going to go and I'm going to choose to resist and break the Helm of Insight. Cool, you're then going to try and bonk Friar Galvic with Vexmore. No, you can reroll that. I'm staggered.
I could reroll the other one as well.
No. Alright, Arcus is then going to do a charge. He's going to the back here, triggering through everyone, targeting Vexmore. And then we get a crit and a hammer, so there's a crit and success.
Wait, what's his little words?
Nothing. So you will be ensnared and staggered. Not that either of those are going to matter, because it's the end of the round. I'm then going to score Sparking Furor. So your warband made 1 more successful attack action in the step, and 2 or more was subtracted from the total distance by the Holy Vessel's ability, which it was. After that as well, I'm going to play the Artifact of the Zir going on Pater Phileas. Vexmore's going to make a charge, attacking Friar Galvic. Nope. So, I'm going to go with my next phase. End of round 2, I'm going to score Glorious Martyrdom. 1 or more friendly fighters are out of action, and I control more objectives than my opponent. I control the only one. Unfortunately, it's not an inspired fighter that's out of action. And also, just because of cards I previously played during the round, Galvic actually does uninspire during the end phase of this round, but we go into round 3.
Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time.
Alright, so priority for the last round, you got a crit double support. Meanwhile, I'm going to get a crit 2 double support and beat you. Alright, so we're going to go with just making an attack action with Galvic to begin with, into Vexmore. So Galvic is double crit and hammer, so that's 2 crits and a success.
Yes.
So that is 2, but -1 because of Vexor.
Yeah, it was a success in my...
Yeah, sorry, it's so 2 damage, stagger, and knockback 1, so I'm going to knock you back.
Alright,
And because I've knocked you back, that actually means your reaction from your upgrade can't be applied, because I'm not within 1 hex anymore. You're going to play Visions of Wealth. You can push a fighter up to 2 hexes towards the nearest objective, or that player spends 1 glory. I'm going to just choose to spend a glory. I've got plenty to spend. I'm going to cast Acquiescence from Vexmore. So, let's see. You need a lightning bolt. You get it. If cast, you can choose a enemy fighter within 4 hexes and stagger the chosen fighter. And then your action for the round is making a move with Vexmore. So, I'm going to go next. I'm going to do a charge. And so, we're going to go with the Bolt of his Ear into Vexmore. 2 dice. I can reroll 1 because you are staggered. And get nothing. You're then going to make a charge with Lassevier into Friar Galvic. So, Vashtis, sorry. Not
hammers.
1. I get 1 defense and 1. Friar Galvic's then going to go a guard action, and this is going to allow me to score Living Dynamo. I score this immediately after a friendly fighter's 3rd or subsequent action made in the same phase. However, each action must be a different one of the following: move, guard, attack. The charge counts as both a move and guard. I did an attack action.
and now I've guarded. All right, so next you're going to do your Whip of Subversion with Vexmore.
Yep.
That's got it. Yep. Into Fragile.
Swords.
So all 1. Then defense. Nope. And so I've not really got much else. I've tried to think of a few different tactics, but I've got absolutely nothing. So I'm just going to choose to go on the objective there. And in case you've got anything that means you try to outnumber or take objectives, but that'll be my turn. Vexmore's just going to walk on an objective, and that'll be the end of the game. I will score 2 points at the end of the round. For Martyred Bloodworks, I have this as 2 surviving friendly fighters are vulnerable and or uninspired.